Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hello, hello. Ah, it's time. I fixed the little lag that we got. Just reached 2024. Happy New Year, everybody in the EU. Well, at least in that one time zone. Happy New Year. Happy 2024. Yeah. Got about 6 hours to go here myself, but yeah, how is it living in the future? I have to make the joke. It's just a given. Still gotta wait about an hour. Yep. I'll be rolling through that a little bit. Hopefully I'll be able to go for about, I think we got 6 hours here tonight, so hopefully I'll be able to go for about 6 hours today, and we'll reach New Year's here as well. That'll be kind of cool. But yeah. Yeah. Hello. Hi. If I were in the Netherlands, I would say, well, I'll see you next year. Technically, you are seeing me next year. Yeah. Technically, oh, it's weird. All day today, it's just been like weird. It does not feel like it should be like the end of the year, beginning of the next year. It's so strange. It honestly feels like it should be like September still. I will stand by that. It's strange. Anything can still happen. Very true indeed. Well, happy New Year's. Does anybody have any like? I am not really doing anything in particular to ring in the new year, but I hope you all have your stuff that you got planned. I know people usually like, oh, I'm gonna work out next year and all that. I ain't doing any of that. We're just rolling with what I've been doing. Well, aside from the fact that I'm gonna be streaming every single day, but yeah, there is no leap second, right? Technically, that isn't there like we're losing a very small amount of time like each year. It's like it's a really small amount of time that we're losing each year, but it's there. It exists. Something like that. It's like a 50th of a second or something like that. Not this year. No leap second. It's a shame. That's a shame. I would have liked time travel a little bit. That would have been kind of cool. Well, it's always an interesting thing. It always feels really strange. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna struggle. Well, I don't really write dates much anymore, but I'm gonna struggle for a little bit thinking that it's still 2023. I always think it's like 2 months before it really is. It still feels like September for me, which is a lot more than 2 months. But in 1972 they started adding a second to the year. Oh, I see. To make up for that gap, I see. Why is this? There we go. Now that should work. Very interesting. Oh, by the way, terrain in the new year, and also because we talked about it on the last stream, I fixed the redeems. By the way, I speaking of computers, I fixed stuff. I can also do this. I can teleport around the screen in a dual PC setup. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Look at this. I can zoom. It's nice. I can do that. It took a little bit. Also, I don't need to reach over to my other computer to calibrate real fast, which is really nice. We got Teleport Zalius. Yeah. Look at this. It's so sick. And I can zoom, and you can throw stuff at me again, which is very cool. As it turns out, there's just a button that lets you export the stuff, so that's kind of cool. So now I can do all sorts of fun stuff again, which is awesome. Well, yeah, and now I can look into what other stuff I can do as well, which would be kind of sick. But congratulations, you have power once again. 2024 has gifted you all powers, secret powers, which are not so secret because it literally takes like 2 button clicks to use. But cool, gotta keep my points. Must reach that 100K. I respect the grind, honestly. I respect it. Man, you guys are gonna get 100K like super fast. Super fast now. So as this is the last stream of the year, I thought it would be good to, well, to talk about some stuff and sort of, I guess, very briefly talk about what I wanted to do next year, because there are some new things I would like to do next year. Today was originally supposed to be the day that I was going to announce, but the fact that I'm going to be streaming every day in 2024, I missed that because I talk a lot. So yeah, that's happening. It's going to be kind of sick. Hey Dragon, how's it going? Oh, happy almost New Year. It's crazy. But yeah, they gotta be streaming every day. That's kind of cool. I would have had a graphic together, but I didn't really have enough time to do that. So we're gonna probably draw a graphic here today. Year of Azalea, Year of the Slime. Year of the Slime. It's gonna be sick. Yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff I want to do. Part of the reason why I want to do this is because I have more ideas and more things I want to do than I have streams that I did this year. So I accomplished my goals for 2023. I managed to do a lot of just chatting streams, which was my main thing. I streamed more than I was intending on originally, which was still a little bit less than I wound up wanting to towards the end of the year, but it was kind of cool, kind of nice. I played a lot of the games I wanted to play, got back into the games I wanted to do, and I think the most important thing was, for me at least, I wanted to get a little bit more confident in just casually doing stuff, which is really nice, and I think I've managed to do that. It's given me a little bit of confidence to approach some other things I want to do, which is really, really nice. And going into 2024, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Gonna be doing a lot of stuff. It's gonna be kind of sick. Gonna be doing a little bit more art because I genuinely do want to get a little bit better at drawing. You guys are gonna see my kind of mediocre drawing a little bit today because we're gonna start our emote drawing grind, because I have literally like 20 of these things I have to draw now. Thank you guys so much. And that's gonna be fun. We're gonna collaboratively do some emotes. I'm gonna have to listen in on what you guys actually want as some stuff. I have some stuff as well that we're going to use to start us off a little bit here. I'm going to be just doing some stuff in general, which is kind of cool. And we're going to be playing a lot of games in this upcoming year, which is going to be very nice. I have a lot of different kinds of games that I want to play, a lot of different things I want to do. Some not as I wouldn't call them events, but some fun projects that I want to undertake in this upcoming year, which will probably which will be streamed things, which are kind of cool. I'll be talking about those as we get closer to them during the year, which will be really, really cool. But yeah, it's gonna be sick. 2024 is gonna be awesome. 2023 was awesome as well. So yeah. But yeah. Requested Pog's alias. That would be pretty Pog. Yeah, that's going on the list. That's going on the list. So the things I wanted to draw, which we'll make some more of these more concrete as we go on, because towards today is mostly I'm probably gonna get like 1, maybe 2 done today. That's probably wishful thinking. I really just wanted to get like a nice list of some to draw over the next couple art streams, some things that we can get working, which by the way, I have this working now, which is kind of sick. This is working, so we can actually draw on stream, which is kind of sick. You can see the beginnings of a sip emote in the background there, which is kind of cool. But I can do that now, which is awesome. We'll get to that in a little bit. And yeah, it's awesome. Dude, I love getting things set up. I love the fact that I could do this now. It's so sick. Yeah, I got teleporting. It's awesome. I have it working. But yeah, kind of cool. Ugh. Man, I got a lot of ideas. I'm really hoping that I can like execute on a lot of the ideas that I have, which will be kind of cool. Your head was hiding most of it. Most intriguing. Yes, I know. Technically, I keep forgetting that I can do this, but I can technically do like, let's go down to the art stream thing real quick, and then I can pop over here. I could do this. is cool. Ah. And then I can also pop over here if I want to do stuff from over here, which is probably where I'm going to be sitting for a little while. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know if I want to cover you guys a little bit, so I might just be over here. But yeah, it's pretty neat. This is where I'd use the Pogs alias emote. This is why I need to draw emotes because I have a lot available. It's a lot. Um, but yeah, yeah. mm. But yeah. But be kind of cool. I'm looking forward to getting some stuff. I still really like this one. Yeah, that one's gonna stay. I was thinking about having an alternative one using this model because I like this model. I would love to add the ears to this model. I feel like that would be really cool. It doesn't fit this one as well, um, but I would love to add the ears to this model just to be able to do the wiggle, the wobble, the sway, as you will, as you say. Um, maybe less pointy. Yeah, probably something like that. I was trying to, and I couldn't really get it to fit the slime aesthetic too much. Plus, those are the ones that are included. The ones that are on that model are the ones that are included in the Vroid Studio. So, I mean, it's not to say they're bad or anything like that, but you don't think you've seen them? Yeah, that was from the old model, which is unfortunately not even on this computer, which is a shame. It's on my storage, so I technically could pull it in, but yeah, I'm so much more happy with this one. It's so much more expressive. I feel like it doesn't like block me out or anything, which is nice. This is another one of the goals that I wanted for this year because I think I originally made that one in 2021, towards the end of the year. That was my second one that I made. This is the third one. Right? I guess this is technically the fourth or fifth one, but it's the third one that I've actually shown off on stream. Um, and I feel like this one's just like so much more expressive and so much more fun. I like it a lot more. So yeah. But yeah. Uh you have any plans for streams next year? As you'll be streaming every day. Yeah. So here's the beginning of the year plans is I want to um play through all the games that I've been unable to finish this year. So I just fixed my Switch controllers. I swapped out the Joy-Cons, the joysticks and the Joy-Cons, so I can finally finish Tears of the Kingdom, which will be very, very nice. Want to play that. We're going to be completing a Factorio playthrough. That is on the plan for this year. The plan is I want to sort of mix in a couple of different things because I get that like story games are sort of a mixed bag. I'm gonna be taking the story in some of those games a little bit more seriously as we play through them. So I don't want to have like long stretches where I'm just like not talking with chat on every single stream that I do because I get that I am doing a lot of just chatting streams and stuff nowadays, and if I were to immediately go into doing a lot of games where there's 5-10 minutes of just like hard story, where if I want to get like super invested in the game, and I think that's personally, if I were to be watching somebody that is playing something like say Final Fantasy 14, and you get to a cutscene, and then I'm constantly looking over in chat. First of all, I think I get a little bit distracted in that. So I want to play some games that'll allow me to not be completely absorbed in them throughout the year. So Factorio is going to be one of them. I also want to do some just like generally chill stuff, like creative stuff, like Minecraft. Probably will be one game that we pick up this year. I want to put together a little mod pack for some Minecraft and play some of that this year, just because I'm getting a little bit in the mood, which means probably like a month or two from now, I'll be like giga into Minecraft for a little bit, and we'll play something like that. That'll be kind of fun. I may start. The thing that I may do is probably a hardcore world, because personally, something that I really have been wanting to try to do is to just have I guess like casual thing in the background of like if I feel like it, I'll do like a stream of just playing on a hardcore world in Minecraft, and we'll just like, you know, see how long we can go in that. And I've seen a couple people have like multi-year ones. I'm probably not going to make it that long. It's probably going to be like a week or two, but just as something like a pick-me-up sort of game and stuff like that, and that'll be kind of cool. A couple games that I wanted to play this year or this upcoming year. I really want to play the Metal Gear series. That's something that I really want to play. Nier Automata has been sitting in my Steam library. I think I mentioned this like 20 times at this point. Nier Automata has been sitting in my Steam library for like 2 or 3 years at this point. I think it was like 2019 or 2020 that I got the game originally, and I've not played it yet. I really want to play it because, well, it's supposedly really, really good. Yeah, I've heard it's really, really good, and I really want to play it. So that's gonna be something we're gonna play this year, probably at some point towards the beginning of the year. And I think they've patched it so the game is playable on PC. Very nice. Yes, that's very good then. Because I will be playing it on PC. So, because I I got it on Steam, it was like $5 in a Steam sale, which, as far as I can tell, is absolutely nuts for the quality of that game. So yeah, mod called Far. Oh, okay. I will. Let's see. Near Automata Far mod. Oh, it's like the first thing that pops up in Google. Fix automata resolution. Oh, is it one of those sorts of games where it's got a little bit of a problem? Incompatibility with the latest versions of the game. Okay, so it seems like they may have fixed it. This is the original version of FAR, developed back in 2017, the original Steam version of the game. Since then, the Steam version has been extensively updated in 2021, with the game releasing on the Microsoft Store as well. The versions listed here are not compatible with those updated copies of the game, and requires the original 2017 version of the game to function. All right. Seems like they've been fixed. That's good. Nice. But yeah, that'll probably be, I'm saying it'll probably be sometime around like April, May-ish, but that is a goal to play this year, is I really want to play that. And generally to find some more games that I want to play as well. And to just do a lot more chatting, because I enjoy our chatting streams. They are very nice. I'd love to say that some more like collabs and stuff like that with people are on the future, but that also is up to me, like feeling comfortable going out and asking people if they want to like collab and stuff like that, and all that. So a lot of single player games probably this year is how things are gonna go. And yeah, it'll be kind of cool. There's one other game that I wanted to play. Another thing that I wanted to do. I'm not sure when I'll get around to it, but this year, 2023, I really wanted to do a Wind Waker randomizer, because Zelda Wind Waker is one of my favorite games of all time. It's such a good game. It was a huge part of my childhood, and I've never done a randomizer for it. And I really, really want to do a randomizer for it, because it seems like a lot of fun. So we might wind up doing that at some point in the early part of this year, or of 2024, because it's technically not 2024 yet for me. It's still 6:30. So yeah, but I can talk a lot about the things I want to do. There's still so many things I want to do in this upcoming year. It's going to be really, really good. I have a lot of plans. Hopefully we can get around to doing all of those plans, because that'll be kind of cool. And generally it's just going to be a really fun hangout year. So nearly there. You got half an hour. You got half an hour. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool. It's gonna be kind of cool, and it's nearly 2024. Oh, that's great. Oh man, it's weird to look back on the year and think of like a lot of the other stuff I wanted to do, because there were more things that I wanted to do in 2023 that I really just never got around to doing. That's part of the reason why I swapped over to like wanting to do so many things and wanting to do the full year in 24, because there's so many ideas that I have. And one of the things that I found myself doing this last year is I had decision paralysis on a lot of stuff. So I'd get to around the stream time during the day, and I'd be like, I can't really decide between these like 3 or 4 different things I wanted to do that day. And then I'd wind up overthinking it and not actually streaming that day. So yeah, I'm really hoping that that's not going to happen. That, yeah. really hoping that's not going to happen because I have, well, I have more days than things I know what to do with now, so that's gonna be a thing. I also hope that I'm not putting myself up for more than I can handle, but we're still gonna try to go through with stuff. So my idea was to just immediately sleep when it's New Year because I'm quite tired. Just because I have a great view of fireworks, I have to see/record it and not sleep yet. I I was thinking about going out and seeing fireworks and stuff like that, but eh, I'm not like big. I don't really have like too many like local friends and stuff like that. So figured just hang out around here, and just hang out on stream for a little while. I don't know if we'll get to midnight over here. Generally, genuinely, if it's getting close to midnight and I'm not streaming, I'll probably go hang out with some friends if they're still online and stuff. Because it's been like 3 weeks since I've last been in a call, but uh yeah. I'd love to. One of these years, I need to fly some people over and just like go see some fireworks somewhere because it kind of sucks not knowing too many people in the States, or not really talking to some people in so many years that I feel a little bit awkward being like, hey, anybody want to go see some fireworks or something this year? Kind of strange. Maybe I can like load up VR chat and we can see some fireworks in there. I actually used to, well, I still watch a lot of people who like get together with people and just go into VR chat into that one world where it like marks the new year in each world. I'd love that. Would actually be so much fun, man. That'd be so sick. Maybe okay, stretch goal for next New Year's. That'd be kind of sick. That'd be really really cool. Get everyone together in VR and just hang out for a little while. That'd be awesome. That's one of the reasons I want to get more of my friends into VR and get them to get VR headsets, is just so we can do stuff like that. That seems so sick. Time zones may be a bit goofy. Yeah, time zones are always a bit goofy. Mm. Time zones are always funky. It's weird being like a dude who's most of my friends are in the EU, because it leads to like a lot of times if I want to do stuff during the day, it's like, well, that sucks. But time zones, man, time zones. Also, I do feel bad a lot of the times for like the EU bros. I guess you EU bros, because mostly everyone here is from those time zones. It's like, I was considering doing and I'm gonna probably experiment a little bit with stream times next year, just to see what's a little bit more comfortable, and see what I can like swap around, and if like shifting a couple hours makes things easier and stuff, because I want to try, and I think doing this every day is probably going to be a little bit rough for it, but I want to try doing longer individual streams. Something I wanted to try, and it was just to try to fit in a little bit more time, but I don't know. We'll see how things go. The time zones are always odd. I think working around whatever works best for me though is still pretty good, but man. Time zones can especially be such a giddy goat. Yeah. I know, like a while ago I was considering moving to Pacific Coast for like job opportunities and stuff like that. But I've sort of put that behind me a little bit, because then it would be like what, a 9-hour time zone difference from like me and my friends. That's just completely undoable, man. Like everyone that I know online, I would be like, hey, it's like almost a full 12-hour rotate. Like it's gonna be like midnight when I can talk to you guys. That would suck. Just today was but I'm quite a night owl, so I don't mind at all. Same, actually. Yeah, I really like staying up like super super late at night. That's my time when I'm like most active. Usually, how I'll do stuff is my most, like if I'm working on a project, like when I used to do a lot more game development stuff, or like I wouldn't even say like game development, but just experimenting with a lot of stuff. Most of my time that I was like most productive would be like midnight to 3 a.m. around there, or at least after 10. So I don't know how that's gonna do stuff, but hey, Penguino! Howdy, howdy. Unga boonga! Unga boonga! Ah! Hmm. Well, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting one. Ah. Maybe I should put like someone gave me a month subscription. I don't know whomst. It was either Ace or Nightmare yesterday. Because the absolute mad lads decided to, well, not yesterday, the day before, they decided to give like 20 subs. It's nuts. So, yeah. The boys, the mad lads. You really had to be there earlier, yeah. 'Twas Ace, yeah. Yeah, the absolute madmen. The mad boys. Dude, that stream was just fucking crazy, man. That was nuts. Well, enjoy. And whenever Ace pops in, be sure to thank him, because, yeah. But, yeah. Well, I also did upload that VOD to the YouTube. I have actually been on top of that a little bit. It's nice. The VODs channel, which I need to make it. Okay, we're doing this right now. I'm getting the bot open. Oh no, that's fine. There is no obligation to ever pay money to be here. This is free entertainment for anyone who wants to stop by. That's what this is. We are all just here to have a good time. Let me add. Let's see. Where is the chat commands? Here we go. Let's add a. I should probably do this in the thing that's going to be on all the time. I'm going to go to Stream Elements real quick. Stream Elements. There we go. Ooh, the Long Dark is a good game idea. I don't know if I own it or not, but I have considered it. Back when I was like in my survival game kick, I was considering getting it a couple times, but it is on my list. I'm not entirely sure what kind. Is it a survival game or is it a story game? Because I never really like picked up on whether or not it was or not. Chatbot, chat commands, both. Ooh, I like the idea of that then. It is going on my wish list then. The Long Dark. I have seen like, is it not on Steam? Oh, it is. It was just being a little bit laggy. Got a story mode and a free play mode. Ooh, very cool. Yeah. I actually need to see if I have this on Epic, because I think I saw it for free a while ago on Epic. I need to see if I have it over there. Where is my VODs? That is not a command that's on here. All right. Let me make a quick little VODs command. Oh, custom commands. Here we go. Here we go. And now that should be usable. Do I also have the YouTube? Do I have? There it is. All right. And let's see if this works again. Hey, there we go. All right. I have fixed it. Let's go. I think I may be able to gift the Long Dark and its survival DLC on Steam. Ooh. Well, first I need to see if I actually have it, because otherwise I'll just get it on Steam, because, well, maybe not right now, but let me see if I have it on Epic real quick, because I think I might. If I've seen it, I might have it. Why is this being the active captured screen? What is going on right now? What is happening right now? That's kind of weird. Yeah, we might be looping back around into Azaleus's survival game arc. I've been feeling the urge a little bit. Well, I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit more like the survival crafting game itch for a little bit now. I think that's the sort of game that I've been feeling. Like, I played The Forest a little while ago, but something a little bit more crafting like than that. That's why I was kind of feeling like a Minecraft mod pack sort of thing would be kind of cool. I have to see what's available out there. I gotta see. Ooh, there's a free game on the holiday sale right now on Epic. Let's see what it is. Ghost Runner. Well, don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Get huzzah! That's the only thing I ever get on the Epic store is just more free games. It's like, oh, free $30 game. Don't mind if I do. That's really nice. View in library. There we go. All right. The Long Dark. Do I own it? I do not on Epic. I see. I missed out on it. Damn. Definitely got to do some Minecraft mod pack later this year. Maybe even go down memory lane and do some old versions of Tekkit. Yeah. Yeah, some like old Tekkit version or something. I find I don't sort of jive with the newer versions of like some of the Minecraft mod packs lately. Insert scheming here. I also still have plans to eventually put together a Minecraft server for stuff. However, moderating that is a thing. So I figured, you know, if I'm not going to be on it all the time and stuff like that, it might be a little bit tough. And also with such a small use Aternos, it's free, really. Let me see. Aternos. Let me take a look. Because I'm mostly going with like a hosting provider sometimes is a little bit jank. Because I prefer like self-hosting stuff, but oh, if you try to put a link in chat, I have links disabled. But let me see. If I can help moderate, if you that would be fairly nice. That would be pretty nice. I'm really just worried because the last time I hosted a Minecraft server, it died. So the plan that I was going to have for this time around is that we have a seasonal server for different things. So we have a Minecraft server for like 2 or 3 months, and then we swap games for a little while, and we go play like maybe I'll host like a Valheim server or something for a little while. And then we swap games once people start getting bored of that, and we switch games up every once in a while. Because I think in a very small community that can be a little bit rough to have like a Minecraft server or something like that. You mostly use Shockbite. They're very friendly and help with any problems. Does cost money though. Yeah, I usually in the past. Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you what hosting provider I typically use, but I usually use like a straight up Linux box with stuff. So I'll have to see some options. Aternos does look pretty all right for this. I was actually looking previously at getting an Oracle free Oracle box because you can get like a pretty decent free VPS. So, You're gonna ask me train related questions. The master of trains returns. Minecraft always keeps dying after full on playing 2 weeks. Yeah, that's why I think for some stuff I'd want to do like the Bounce SMP pack. If anybody followed like Rubber Ross and like a bunch of VTubers and a lot of streamers were playing that a while ago, that sort of pack is designed so that it follows the core Minecraft mentality of it's sort of just like there's no end goal, because personally my struggle with Minecraft is whenever there's a pack that has an end goal to it, I find it a little bit rough to play those in the long run, because there's always this end thing. There's an end to the pack to work towards. Whereas with other packs that are a lot more freeform, that don't necessarily have like an end game thing, right? Those are a lot more cool with me. I like those. That's kind of sick. So I was thinking of trying to run something with like create, but something fun there. I was trying out a different pack that had Create in it, but it kind of lost me a little bit because on its own, Create kind of, I love the trains in Create and stuff like that, but there's nothing really to do with Create, right? So, hey, Reaper! Oh my god, thank you so much for the sub, man. Welcome back. Greetings, friendo, and happy almost New Year. What time is it for you guys? You got 6 minutes. You got 16 minutes. Yeah. I would imagine AC. Probably. Oh, actually, 2 different regions. High voltage DC, I would imagine, would run out. You needed the new slime badge? Yeah, now you got the little Cato slime. Look at a little adorable little Cato slime. DC motors exist? Yeah, most of my motors are. Actually, I have a bunch of... Okay, this is telling what kind of person I am. I have a bunch of just random motors lying around. So, I have a nice brushed AC motor, which is kind of cool. It's it's 1 speed. You plug it into the wall, you hit the switch, and it just goes. But it's I think it's from an old like saw or something. And I have a bunch of for you 3D printer and like CNC nerds. I have a bunch of NEMA 17s in my. I was gonna build a laser cutter a while ago, and I have a bunch of those sitting in my thing over here. I also have a ton of those little hobby motors just lying around all over the place. The little tiny ones. Those things are fun. Be a rival to Electro Boom. Oh yeah. No, electricity scares me to the point where I don't like touching anything that's like high voltage. That one, so the motor that we have, that's the AC one that you just plug into the wall. It's got this really jank screw terminal setup, which I am convinced that I'm going to eventually screw it in incorrectly and it's going to kill me in some way. So I stay far away from that. It hasn't been used in a long time. But electricity is really cool. And so long as you use it safely, it's perfectly fine. Like the fact that I have a giant heater of doom right next to me that has barely any safety. We literally have an electric heater that we were using for our back porch for a little while. That is literally just, it's just a heating element that's directly plugged into a switch with the little connectors, directly plugged into a switch, which immediately goes to wall power. So there's nothing in there. There's no fuses. There's nothing in there to prevent it from burning down the house. And the reason why we're not using it right now, and the reason why my office is so goddamn cold, is because it melted the switch that's inside of it. It's drawing enough amps that it melted the switch that it came factory with. So, arc welding was my job for years. That's so cool. That's so cool. We have 2 welders here. We have a stick welder and oh god, if I say the wrong one, it's gonna be really bad. I can't really remember which one it is. It's the wire feed one. So I think that's TIG is the one that has the wire feed that comes out of it. But yeah, we got that, which is pretty cool. Once you lived with an old electrician who preferred working with live wires, you get used to the. Definitely not TIG. Okay, yeah. TIG is the one where you have the rod that you like go in from the side with, right? Would it be MIG? Let me see. MIG. Yeah, MIG. It was MIG welder. We have a MIG welder. It's pretty cool. We actually want to upgrade to one of the ones with like gas and everything because ours doesn't have that. It's a cheap Harbor Freight MIG welder, and it's fantastic. It works. We've made a couple pieces of furniture with it, which is really nice. TIG welding does seem pretty cool. Before I kick New Year's, I got to do this one last time of the year. Flux core? Yeah, flux core. Yep. It's just the, it's the Harbor Freight special. It's the cheap Harbor Freight thing. Yeah, that's flux core, yeah. I mean, it's dirt cheap to run that thing. Wait, what? What is it? Oh, the yeet. Yes, I turned off the Giga Yeet because of reasons. I turned it off But I could turn it back on. But I took the advice that everyone was giving me and I upped the price of it. So we now have the normal one. But I did fix them. They are implemented. They are there. It's cool. And I can also do this. Look at this. Oh! I can zoom in now and it's cool. And I can also dance around the screen a little bit, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I never used FlexCore for work, but I get certified in it for structural steel. Very cool. Shameful I get to get the 5K. Yeah, personally, I have not actually done any welding myself. I've merely been watching some welding, or I guess around the corner, because our other welding mask is not really like great. I don't trust it. But yeah, we have one nicer welding mask, which is cool. And I have borne witness to some horrendous welds. Some good, actually most pretty good. You know, if it works, it works. And you can always come back and you can take off the extra. So you can always make it work. But I'll eat you next year. Yeah, dance alias. Zoom's alias. Let's go. Oh shit, I'm in front of hey, I can cover chat. Yeah, look at that. You have a new button that interests me now? Box! Look at the box! Box! The box exists. Yeah. Though it doesn't cover my head for some reason. That is weird. Oh, it fell off. Now you know what it does. Well, that was such good timing. Here, let me see if I can find where it is real quick, and I'll up it in size. I'll up it in size. Let's do 0.75. I gotta reach over to my other PC. There we go. There we are. Yeah. Atlanta work was nearly all MIG. I also did work for an uncle using his crappy MIG welder. Around 120 volt single phase. Yeah, that's what we run. We don't have 220 running to our little like workspace. It's all 110. It's all 110, baby. No 220. Though we want to run some 220. It's just the panel that's out there sucks. It's a sub panel, so it's like branched off of the main panel. I guess no, it is technically its own panel. It's its own separate panel that comes in from the street. So that's kind of cool, but it's tiny. So we need to expand the panel or replace it if we want to get 220 out there, unless we want to disconnect some things and like mix some stuff onto the same stuff. But I'm pulling a decent amount of amps right now in my office, so yeah. Our school uses 400 volt 3-phase for welders. That's so sick. That's so sick. I want 3-phase. I want to like, it is my goal at some point to have a really, really nice workshop. I wish to eventually have some like really, really cool workshop stuff. Because, you know, I pick up and drop hobbies like crazy. So I want to be like, has anybody seen like Adam Savage's workshop? I want to have one of those where it's just like any hobby that I want to pick up, I can just get the thing from somewhere, or I can go over to its like little workspace and I can work there. So yeah, I'm going to head off and get ready to, because the missus is like midnight. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Have an excellent New Year's. In 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Morton, hello. But yes, happy early New Year, Reaper, and have an excellent night. 50s rebel hairstyles to come back. That would be so sick. I want to like a mohawk, even though my hair will not do a mohawk. My hair does not like do anything. It just sort of like rests. I have a lot of hair, but it just sort of rests. Yeah, Happy New Year! You got a mohawk? I'm jealous. I want a mohawk like pretty badly. That seems so sick. There was like a short period of my life where I probably could have pulled one off, but not anymore. That was probably when I was like really really young, so yeah. I'm not even that old. My hair is just heavier now. Hmm. If I put enough gel in it, I probably could though. So yeah. Yeah. If I get a mohawk, it'd be a meter in the sky. I know you have really long hair. You have really long hair. I actually got my hair cut a while ago, so mine is not as long anymore, but it's a comfortable length, and it doesn't look like I uh well don't take care of myself anymore. It's nicer now, even though it take it takes a little bit less time to look bad, which I sucks because well I have baldness in my genetics. So the worse I take care of my hair, the more I like wash it back to back to back, the it's not great. Might cut some dead ends off my hair next year. That's what I had to do with mine, is just clean it up a little bit. I've been doing a lot more brushing and stuff to make sure like it's in a good condition and everything. So yeah, it's looking pretty good now. My hair is only a little bit longer than what it is on my model here. So yeah, well, I'd still say a fair bit longer, but yeah, if I could pull off this hairstyle like comfortably, then I would. The thing with the mohawk and me is that my hair is really thick and fluffy. I'm jealous. See, I have my hair is really really thick. It's just so heavy that it just falls down. All well and good, but in between haircuts, it gets too heavy and the mohawk falls over. Yeah, that's what mine does. Mine is also curly. Whatever the end of my hair is gets like really really curly. So if I were to try to force it in any particular way, like it will always look unkempt. No matter what I do, it always looks like I don't take care of it. And it also is heavy enough that if I don't shower for like 12 hours, it looks like I haven't showered that day, which sucks. That's why I like long hair, because it covers that up a little bit. Also because my hair gets in my eyes and I hate that. So yeah, a wonky mohawk. Yeah, I'd love to do a mohawk. I actually, my hair naturally did the ahoge yesterday. I woke up yesterday and it naturally did this thing. It's great. I was walking around and I was like, oh shit, I actually have the thing that my model has. Oh my god. It happened again. I got this like curly thing. It was great. Yeah, no, this is also not like, this is the thing that actually happens. This isn't just like a little flare. I actually get this a lot. And I'm gonna go point my camera out the window at the moment, so I'll be right back. See you next year. See you next year. It's been a pleasure experiencing 2023 with you. Yes. Oh yeah, it's 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Uh-huh. That's nuts. Well, man, I do hope that everyone's had like a good 2023. I know this year's been a little bit odd for a lot of people. But man, slowly getting things back to this year went by so fast, man. It went by so fast. I'm sitting over here like, how is it already New Year's? How has this happened? How how are we here already? I gotta think of a good breakfast to have tomorrow too, to break in the new year. Hmm. Gotta think of some stuff. Maybe make some like muffins or something. That'd be kind of nice. My New Year's sort of thing is every like morning after a holiday is I'll usually when wake up in the morning. The only time I ever take a selfie is like New Year's and birthday. Only times I ever take a selfie, and then I usually make myself a nice breakfast. A lot of times it's like pancakes or something. I treat myself a little bit on those times. I usually spend a little bit of extra time like cooking some stuff, so I might have to pop in and see if I can snag some like I don't know. I'll have to see if I can like snag something pretty nice, pretty cool to cook. I didn't get to cook anything for Christmas, which kind of sucked, so I'll treat myself a little bit more. I shower every other day. Supposedly it's better for your skin and hair. Yeah. I've heard that it is, and I've been doing it for a while and it's been helping out. But if my hair gets too greasy, people just think it's leftover hair gel, so it's a grace time if I forget one night. See, I everyone already knows that I'm a cave goblin, so I think it's just expected that my hair looks like it's really unkempt most of the time. Like, I can go days without it looking like it's super greasy, which is really, really nice because my hair doesn't get greasy very quickly. But then all of a sudden one day it'll just snap and it's like super bad looking. I'll be like, oh, yeah, definitely gotta take a shower this morning. Which is nice because, well, morning routine, always good. Though, I don't have a mirror on the back of my door anymore, so I can't spot myself as I'm, like, leaving my bedroom anymore, which means it's a little bit harder for me to spot when, like, I need the I don't know. That's a little, yeah. Okay. I don't know why. I cannot. My hair takes forever to dry, and I use a hair dryer, but I cannot sleep with wet hair on my pillow. Can't do it. It's the most uncomfortable thing in the world for me. I hate it. Also, if I sleep with a shit ton of blankets, like a ton of blankets. So I figure if I'm going to take a shower, I'm going to do it in the morning after like I've been in a very, very warm bed. Like where I'm staying right now, I couldn't take over a lot of my blankets, so I have just gotten like 3 comforters and I'm just like cocooning in bed like every night. I have so many blankets. It's so comfortable. Ah. Oh shit, I missed it. I was gonna get a weighted blanket the other day. I missed out. There was a really good sale on a weighted blanket on Amazon, and I forgot, and it's gone. Ah! Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just remember the next time I need to get one. Damn. I actually cannot wait though until I can sleep in my own bed again and just like have every blanket known to man. Oh, it's gonna be so nice. I'm gonna have so many blankets. It's gonna be the greatest thing ever. I love having a lot of blankets, man. It's the best. Well, I guess I could take over a bunch. I have like 20 blankets out in my office as well, which is nice. So that's cool. And I technically could sleep out in my office. It's just, yeah. Got a mirror cabinet and a mirror on the back of my door. When I open my cabinet, the mirror on the door is pointed at the normal door. And I can see all my, that's really nice. Yeah, I may just go and yoink my old, oh no, it's backwards. I want to, my old door, because I moved rooms. I swapped rooms. My old room is now like a little office sort of space because it's a smaller room. And the room that I'm in now doesn't have the mirror on the back of it, which sucks because I like the mirror. So, but I used to like that because I'm very I don't have routines, but like if I spot something and my normal path, right? If I spot something that I need to do while I'm on my path in the morning, I can usually get myself to do it. Which the mirror on the back of my old door was really, really nice because I could spot like, oh, I need to take a shower this morning, and I can just get everything ready in my room before going to the bathroom and taking a shower and everything like that. Now that flow is a little bit messed up, and I usually like get breakfast first and then I go back and take a shower and stuff like that. So yeah, yeah. As many blankets as possible. I just want a million blankets. Give me a mountain of blankets. This is why, like, I also want to get a bunch of like stuffed animals and stuff like that. Just to like, I want every pillow known to man and every blanket on earth on my bed. I want them all. It's just more comfortable that way. I don't know why. It's just so much more comfortable that way. Like, when I have the ability to do so, I'm legitimately, and not for any like degenerate reasons or anything like that, I am legitimately going to get like 6 body pillows just so that I can construct a sarcophagus around myself and entomb myself in pillows at night. That's all I want. It's just, I want every pillow ever just so that I can just be comfortable. It's nice. Also, I I don't know. I am an actual cave goblin. I took like some extra blankets and I sacrificed the comfort of some extra blankets so that I can cover up every single window in my room so that I don't have any light intrusion in the morning. I am an actual goblin. But it's so cozy. I love just it's so dark and stuff. It's great. Hey, welcome back, Nightmare. I just want to live in a cave. We're talking about like comfort and blankets and stuff. You know, blinds do that too. Yeah, but cheap blinds still let light through. Oh, box. Get off. Ah, ah, oh, yeah. It's gone. Somehow I sleep just as well in any amount of light. See, the thing is, I can sleep in if there's light, but if I'm woken up, I can't go back to sleep if there's any light. So, like, if someone's like stomping around in the morning, or if like a dog barks or something like that, I can't go back to sleep if it's light out. And I'm a heavy sleeper in the first half of the night, but I'm a very light sleeper in the second half of the night. He's a cat. He's a cat. No. I'm in a box. Yeah. See I just like darkness. I just like it being dark. Aside, my office has like every light known to man out here. It's so bright. I have, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights on right now in my office. So, but when it comes to sleep, just give me like a dark cave. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Living on the mirror thing. Some people say 2 mirrors facing each other will make a portal that ghosts go through. So every time I do my hair, I'm like, hello there, Satan. As a kid, I used to be like really kind of scared of that stuff. I'm not very like superstitious of a person or anything, but when I was a kid, like I still get freaked out by things. Like I know I'm pretty confident that none of that stuff actually exists. However, the vibes are weird, right? The vibes are off. I don't like it. It's like in my old house, like going up from the basement, the light switch down there was at the bottom of the stairs. So you'd turn off all the lights and then sprint to the top as quickly as possible. Yeah, dude. It's just the vibes, man. I don't like, it's weird. I think it might be because like okay, theory time that might not actually be true, but I think that minor amount of light, it's like I can see like a little bit of movement, but I can't actually see what's in the mirror whenever like I'm moving past it, or if I'm like standing in front of a mirror or something. And it just, I don't like it. It freaks me out. Freaks me out. So yeah, no, I don't like any of that stuff. Closet being open, that's perfectly fine, all that sort of stuff. Horror games are the same sort of thing. I just get thrown off on them. Like I know that stuff doesn't exist. I know, but it's still scary. So it's so scary. It's scary. It's scary. Yeah. God, the darkness one is spoopy. Like if it's dark out, it's fine. But if it's dark and I can get to the light, that's when you get me scurrying a little bit. Personally can't afford to believe in that sort of stuff because of the way people like to screw with me. It also broke my belief because they kept thinking I'd fall for it. Yeah. I just like, I sort of logicked my way through it, because growing up I was an extremely logical person. Not so much anymore. Like, you know, still, but a lot less rigid on a lot of that stuff. So I sort of logicked my way at a lot of that stuff. Like, this stuff doesn't exist. But still, I'd like, you know, scurry around and stuff like that. So you are the darkness. You are the royal nightmare. My royal nightmare. Well, I guess collectively our royal nightmare. Anyway. I'm the darkness. I am the night. Wait, where's a cup? There we go.
Oh. You think the darkness is your ally? I was born in it. I am it.
In general, I get comfy with the vibes that freak other people out. There's just some things where like the vibes are off with me that just I'm not comfortable with. Like graveyards, don't like hanging around graveyards. Not a fan of it. Even though I know that no one's ever gonna come back to life or anything like that, and like grab my leg or anything like that. It's just the vibes are off. The vibes are not there. They're just, I don't like it. It's just something about it is just sort of like, it's like that like itch down your spine sort of thing where it's just like you feel like you need to leave. I don't like it. I like it because the Bloody Mary game. Yeah, that got me as a kid. I know how the game works. It's because you put your brain in spooky mode, and it's in a dark area. Yeah, that's how a lot of that stuff works. Yeah. It's easy me to trick your brain into thinking it's a ghost or something bad. Yeah, I am still shamelessly afraid of the dark. See, I love the dark if there's not anything like unnerving. I hate being in the dark in unfamiliar places though. That's a big thing. Like if I'm over somewhere, like if I'm staying the night somewhere and it's like pitch black, yeah, it'll take me a night or two to get used to it. Or like be in the dark in large spaces that are still enclosed. Like have you ever been in like a large playroom at a sleepover or something, and it's like you can sort of feel the empty space around you? I don't like it. I don't like that. Also, welcome back, video. You only have to be scared if you miss a stream in 2024. Oh no. Oh no, I gotta make sure that I'm here every day. The feeling like you're being watched. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like in large spaces, right? Or like, you know, when it is a natural like animalistic instinct, right? Where if you're in a new place or if you're in an unfamiliar place, it does keep you alert when you're asleep, so that for the first couple nights you're supposed to get comfortable with that space before your brain goes into fully comfortable mode. And yeah. Also, I should count all the streams I'm watching you. So hereby 1/366. Yes, there is going to be a little number at the end of each stream now. So for at least starting tomorrow. Yep. There's a place in my last job where I'd take breaks and I'd constantly get the sense that there was someone else there. Ooh, that's creepy. I figured out that it was from a piece of curtain occasionally being blown in a certain pattern by the fans, looking like someone walking when in my peripheral vision. Yeah, I think like human pattern recognition can sort of like make you see things as well. Like because we're trained to pick up like creatures and stuff like that and get unnerved by that so that we're on guard. And that's a very primal part of our brain that gets us to do that, right? So very core part of our brain to recognize threats and stuff like that and get unnerved. So it's a little bit of a removed part from our like rational thinking area. So even if you don't like consciously pick up on any of that, then feliz año nuevo. Feliz año nuevo. Happy New Year, Ikanitsuki. Happy New Year! It is, oh yeah, also Happy New Year to everyone in the UK and that time zone. Happy New Year! It's 2024 for you guys. You're in the future. You're living in the future. I suspect that our sensitivity to that may have been affected by people wearing all sorts of colors of clothes now. Well, I think like, have you ever like thought you spotted like a person out of the corner of your vision or something like that, and then it wound up being something that definitely wasn't? But like, I think the recognition that happens in like the edge of, oh, hey, oh, nightmare, god damn it, thank you so much for gifting another sub. Thank you very much. Save your money, save it. Thank you very much. Also, congratulations to Likecoy for getting that gift sub. Yay. Thank you very much. God damn it. Happy fuck New Year. Yeah. We're in the future since exactly 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 1 second. Yes. Yes. I still have another 4 hours and 45 minutes to go. I hate being in large open spaces that are enclosed with or without light. Like, I'm scared there's going to be something in there, and if in the empty space there's no place for me to hide. If it's light, I can be seen. If it's dark, I can't be seen. It's equally scary to me. See, it's only the dark for me, though. It's still a little unnerving. Like, in the basement of like some places. Like, have you ever been in the basement of like a larger like not factory building, but like a large like storage building or something like that, or like in a storeroom? Like a lot of houses in the United States, a lot of modern houses in the States that have unfinished basements have like the space like under a lot of living rooms and stuff is like the largest room. I hate that. It's always the worst because there's always the one like awful light up there. Oh shit. That sucks. Yeah, I I don't even have an activated version of DaVinci Resolve. Can you activate DaVinci Resolve on multiple PCs? Does it have a license for that? Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh god, I'm delving into the world of licensed software now. I installed Clip Studio Paint earlier today, and I'm on the 30-day trial for it. Just to try it out a little bit to see if I like it a little bit better than Fire Alpaca, which is what I was using before. So only one PC. Ah, I see. I see. I do have more editing software, but I don't want to use those anymore. Well, I guess just for some rudimentary stuff, couldn't you edit on like a normal non-upgraded version of DaVinci Resolve and then edit like re-edit it a little bit later on the proper one? Because you could probably like, oh, I guess I'm not entirely sure if that was, yeah. It's also nice to have like a single version of everything, so and I expecting to drop like $200 on a new PC is kind of I thought that would be like a multi PC like single user thing, but I guess they don't really track like user. I don't really know. Fast typer makes many typos. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Good, but don't wanna. Yeah, yeah. I'm always a little like I always try to find like anything that doesn't need a license because it's always like like if I'm gonna reinstall my PC, I want to make sure I don't lose the license. If I want to work on multiple PCs, which I never do, I'm always working on my desktop. I'm always like, oh, but in that off case that though in the case of DaVinci Resolve, I don't think I need any of the paid features right now, any of the studio features. So I am perfectly content with my weaker version. Not like I'd get much out of it right now, so It's just a once payment license, which is way better than a piece of shit Adobe. Yeah, Adobe sucks. Adobe can eat my ass. It's the reason I'm a little on the fence about like Clip Studio Paint because they have a subscription service to access the updates. So if I wanted to, and it's a $50 payment to purchase the software once, but you don't get any of the updates. You only get the base .0 version, and then you have to buy the subscription on top of that to access the updated versions, which kind of sucks. So, there's some other pieces of software which are kind of cool, which I might try out as well. But going to like any sort of wouldn't let it eat my arse. That my arse is a delicacy. I'll let it be eaten by worthy people. That's a mood. Yeah. I despise Adobe, man. I used to use Premiere a little bit back when I had like some student stuff from college, because that was kind of cool. I got it pretty much entirely for free from my college, and I wasn't even in that sort of area at all. But yeah. Ooh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Get a new license for your laptop, because it is a Blackmagic camera. That would be kind of cool. Rip. Shame. Well, I gotta think of some stuff to edit this upcoming year too. Part of 2024 is I want to do a little bit more editing. I want to do some more stuff. I want to do some more editing. I don't know if I'm gonna get around to doing like one a week or anything like that. I'm gonna just go with like whatever seems fun to edit this upcoming year. Some stuff that I'm gonna edit, which on top of streaming every single day is gonna be a little bit of a challenge, but if I find something fun that I want to work on, I'm gonna do that. Only the Ursa Minis and pocket cameras. Shame. But you're still stuck in 2023. Same. I still have another 4.5 hours basically, so I'm stuck in this purgatory as well. Stuck over here as well in the past. Well, yeah. You're all from the past. No. Hey, I still get to enjoy what was actually good about 2023. I can't actually remember much that was actually like kind of good. I suppose, aside from like stream stuff, I didn't really have a whole lot going on. So, yeah. I suppose I managed to like do my taxes and get insurance and all that without any problems. That's kind of nice. That's a good thing. I've done a lot more like proper adult stuff this year, which is pretty awesome. That's nice. I feel like, it's taken a little while, but I've finally managed to like do some things which I should be doing now. So it's kind of cool. Not bad, not great. Just completely mid. Yeah, that's sort of what it feels like. Like stuff that happened on stream here has been really, really cool. Got to hang out with so many more people. Also, welcome everyone who's been watching since some point in 2023. A pleasure to have you. I look forward to more awesome stuff in 2024. But 2024 is going to be, 2024. I feel like there's more stuff that's like, I don't know if planning can make a year good, but a year and 9 days. Oh, hell yeah. Whopper said the same about 2023, though. I feel like, with the hindsight of what I wanted to do in 2023, that I can make this year pretty good, right? We can make this all go by pretty nicely. So, yeah. And 1 hour. Oh, shit, yeah. Damn, son. Some point in 2023, 7th of December. I know. Well, and from this point forward, this is the point of like, I hate saying like things are just going to be like content driven or anything like that, because I'm not really I'm just here to hang out for the most part. But I have a lot more stuff that is actually going to be like doing things this year, more so than just sort of winging it, which is going to be nice. And I have some ideas for some. I feel like 2024 is going to be the first year that I'm actually going to be doing streams that are explicitly there as ideas for like a fun event stream or something like that. That's some stuff that I want to do in 2024. So look forward to some of that sort of stuff. I'm hoping that I'll be able to actually do some of that, but we'll see. I can still enjoy the year. I got my first. Oh wait, that sucked. Quitting my no, that was just as bad as well. Yeah, man, very important that 1 hour. Oh, very important. Hmm. I wonder what happens if I do follow age myself. Wait a second. Fun. What happens if I click on myself? Account created August 29th, 2016. Dang. Dang. Over 1,000 messages here? Yeah, I don't even follow myself. How does this happen? Oh, hey, it actually says the amount of months that I've had affiliate status, which is pretty cool. 67 months. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Wait, how many? 67 divided by 12. Nearly 6 years. Damn. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah. Well, also, I don't really know if like there's any. We already looked at like the Twitch like year in review thing, so there's not really much more I can like review from 2023. There's not really much I can. A lot of this year has just been sort of chilling, hanging out, experimenting a lot with different games and stuff. A fair amount of Factorio, Final Fantasy, Tears of the Kingdom, all that sort of stuff. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. 24 days, 21 hours. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I should necessarily restrict that so that like you can't use it on another person, but I don't know. There's no real harm in that, right? That's pretty cool though. Well, this year I also want to do some more work on the bot. We're gonna have some interesting things. One of the streams I want to do some point in January, probably after we get a lot of the emotes done and stuff like that, is I want to work on the bot a little bit so that we have some more like sound alerts and things like that. Because Eyesbot is here. Eyesbot exists, and I want to do some cool stuff with that. I'm also going to try to find a good source of a text-to-speech thing that I can do, because I think that would make for some funny stuff and some fun streams. Eyesbot is also fine name, yes. Eyesbot, I think eyes_bot is our actual bot. Let me check that real quick. I think it should be, if you do like exclamation point horror games is one of the ones that is one of the ones that goes through StreamerBot. There's a couple that go through StreamerBot. I really want to. I think yeah, there we go. I was working on adding a couple of those to stuff. Of like, hey, someone's asking about horror games. There's how I handle horror games. It's 6:30 and there's already fireworks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's time. It's begun. Everyone's gonna do that. See, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we're gonna have fireworks going off like crazy as well. So we're gonna have them all over the place. It's gonna be a thing. I'm glad that like, well, oh, see, my dogs always freak out a little bit when stuff happens. I should probably go over there, comfort my cat and stuff like that. That would probably be a good thing to do. I freak out a lot when the fireworks go off because, yeah, they'll look at the Netherlands, they'll start days before and days afterwards. I know. I used to watch a lot of people in EU. I still do quite a bit. And whenever it gets to like a New Year's time or something like that, it's always like days and days around the time. It's fireworks going off all the time. See, what we usually do is we usually have them happen for days after, but everyone hoards all their fireworks until exactly when everything happens. So it's actual warfare. You know, they try to ban fireworks each year, but it never follows through. Yeah. Everyone, like, you know, if you live in a state where it's banned, people just go to like other states where it's not banned and then like get fireworks in across state lines and stuff. Even though it's very illegal to do that, don't do that. It's very illegal, but people still do it anyway. So, yeah, that's good then. I live in the US, so that means around 4th of July times people set off fireworks at like 4 p.m. I know. Well, that's when everyone's like got their hot dogs and everything like that. Everyone's got their like grill outs and everything. And the thing that I've noticed is lately not many people actually stay up like super 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 late anymore. So everyone gets their fireworks going like super early and everything now, and they usually buy fireworks from Belgium and go back to the Netherlands. Yeah, same thing. It's, you know, they're all sort of stolen state borders and everything. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. But very illegal. Not advocating for that. Not at all. Just saying it how it is. I gotta preface it by that because, you know, Twitch and YouTube police are, you know, all that. But yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad when you have like, well, one of my dogs gets a little bit scared, or gets actually very scared, when like loud noises or anything happens. So one like my older dogs, who are unfortunately no longer with us, but when I was growing up, we had our two dogs at the time were terrified of loud noises. So gunshots, fireworks, anything like that, they'd be under the tables. They'd be like going near us and just shaking and everything like that. It was the worst because, you know, fireworks go off everywhere in the States. Unless you're in like literally middle of nowhere, you're going to be hearing them. Well, and if you live in the middle of nowhere, you're probably going to be setting them off. So, yeah. There's so many casualties happen this year. They always happen. They always happen. Fires happen, car explosions. Yeah. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. Because, well, you know, you're handling explosives pretty much. So, Anton, the dev for H3VR, said that in one of the giveaways he did for the previous Christmas nearly got him in federal prison for violating ITAR. What's ITAR? Hmm. Oh, what the fuck? H3VR. What? How? Uh, Wait, okay. How? Technical drawings for. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was figuring that at some point that would probably get some trouble because, you know, there's always gonna be some people fighting the video games with guns and stuff like that. But when it comes to like VR, where you're technically like holding something like that, it was just a given that something would happen eventually. But it's always gonna happen. It's always gonna get fought. And it's always gonna fail. So yeah, stuff always pops up. I actually saw popped up on my phone the other day that there was a news video for like VR injuries, and I was expecting that it was going to be another one of the typical like well, the VR stuff happened again. That wonky VR thing that everyone's trying. That's a bad idea. But no, it wasn't one of those. It was just them being like, yeah, there's they're gonna happen, and it's just how things are going. And I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. That's actually like a good video on like VR stuff. Very cool. It's nice to see it popping up in like proper news and stuff, even though I never actually watch the news. Oh, shipping for a physical giveaway. I see. Yeah, that could cause some problems. Oh, if it was like a poster, yeah. Ooh, that's rough. They're always a little like sketched out about that stuff. Mm. Always pretty sketched out about that. Which, probably for good reason, but I'm not going to get into that sort of stuff. Yeah. I still want to play, like, I want to pick up H3VR at some point and try playing it a little bit. It looks like a pretty fun game. I always like I see him pop up all the time, the dev for that, or at least the one that makes the YouTube videos. I don't know. Is he a solo dev? I think he is. I always see those pop out, and I love seeing people who just like are very passionate about like games that they're making. It's always so cool to just see people like super passionate about something they're working on, because it's just nice. It's just cool. I think the video game industry, well, a lot of indie devs and stuff like that, it really shines through how much they enjoy what they're doing, and it's so cool. So I love seeing stuff pop up on YouTube and stuff, and yeah. I have no hobbies. I should get a hobby. Well, if you're interested, I have like 60. So if you're interested in anything, I could recommend a couple interesting, like relatively, I wouldn't say easy to get into hobbies, because, every hobby is a learning experience, but yeah. Electronics are fun, super easy to get into. Like ESP32s and Raspberry Pi Picos are dirt cheap nowadays. Well, Pi Picos probably not so much, but you can pick up like a couple boards. Photography is pretty expensive. Photography is one of those ones though where if you have photography is an artistic medium. So you can go out, you can pick up a $5 camera on eBay and have some fun with that. I was watching a really cool video a while ago on people who pick up like those old like dollar store cameras and take super cool photos with those. And I went out and I should take a picture of this so I can show you guys. I went out and I found my I have this really, really old funny camera here, which is from Digital Concepts. It came in like this like photography tutorial like kids set thing. It's the funniest camera ever. It can hold 3 photos. It runs off of AAA batteries. And there's no way to get photos off of it other than use their proprietary software, which I have no idea how to get my hands on it anymore. Aside from finding like an old CD or something like that I'll probably have to buy from somewhere. But it's the funniest thing in the world, and I really want to try getting this thing to work so that I can take some fun photos with it. But it's great. I'll see if I can take a picture of this later and post it on the Discord. But I also have another like crappy Vivitar Vivicam X029, which is kind of cool, but the battery's dead in it. I don't know how to get to work. So that's fun. But I can break them so much they'll start working again, and a task failed successfully in a way. Oh, I'm very good at breaking electronics on accident. Does that count? Yeah, the fun thing about electronics though is if you're doing a lot of breadboard stuff, it's pretty hard to break a lot of that stuff. Like for example, Pi Pico, which I have a spare one in here, I think. Wait a second. Let me see if I can find it. These things are really, really fun because well, you can get them with the pins already attached. There we go. There it is. You can get them with the pins already attached. And you just chuck them on a breadboard with some jumper wires and stuff, and you can learn some basic embedded programming, which is really sick. Like I have a couple of these lying around my house that use complicated talk for a second, but I run Home Assistant on my network, which I use for consolidating all the random home automation shit and Internet of Things shit all into one space. And I have these set up for like temperature probes and stuff around the house, and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's really, really cool. Yeah, that's called doing electronics. Electronics is just a very long way of breaking a bunch of stuff. That's pretty much what it is. Until you eventually arrive at drawing stuff in KiCad where you miss one trace or like 16 different traces, and you need to then order an entire other set of things again. That's why I had to stop doing PCB design for a little while, because I just failed. I kept ordering boards that like wouldn't work for a long time. Yeah, that was a fun time though. Actually, I do need to make. I guess I now have the WebSocket thing working with my Stream Deck, so I don't necessarily need to right now. But I want to make a little mini keyboard that goes over on the side. I want to design and make it myself. A little mini keyboard that goes over the side of my main keyboard that plugs into my Stream PC, so that I have the controls for some stuff that, so like I can use like the Shift, Control, and Alt, which you use to zoom in and out. Because right now, if I want to zoom in and out, I have to lean over to my other keyboard and like do this awkward dance. That's why I set up this, so that I can zoom around like manually like this. But I want to make a little mini keyboard that I can use to do that sort of stuff. Nearly broke my laptop doing electronics, but I did accidentally plug 12 volts into my USB. Ooh, yeah, that's that's a good way to brick stuff. That's a really good way to brick stuff. That's why you really need one of the, and this might sound crass, but it's actually what they're called, a USB condom, where it prevents extra stuff from flowing back into your PC. So if you accidentally mess up the voltage on something, you can't brick your PC with it. That's kind of nice. They work very well. You're going to the CX tomorrow and buy a new mouse. The mouse just keeps turning off. Oh god, electronics scare me because I don't understand how they work. I would say that's called the diode. Yes. Well, there's extra circuitry protection stuff that you can put in. So like yeah. A lot of electronics is actually relatively simple. I would say if you're ever interested in learning how any like computer or electronic stuff works, it's all logical processes. So things work exactly how you plug them together to work, right? Well, I would say most of the time. There's very few things that don't work under that way. Like for example, on like a Pi Pico, or like anything really. It's back and I am too. Welcome back. On like a Pi Pico, for example, if you want to turn an LED on and off, you literally just say, hey, Pi Pico, turn this thing off, wait a second, and then turn it, or turn this thing on, wait a second, and turn it off again. Boom. Immediate, like whatever you want to do. It's all just translating like what you want to do into like the actual programming stuff that makes it do that. Now, complicated stuff is like game programming and stuff like that, but it's still not too bad. Like Unity is a really interesting, game development's a really interesting hobby to get into, because Unity has like 50 trillion different tutorials on how to do stuff. So it's super accessible nowadays, and you're never really going to break anything with it. Like my favorite way to learn stuff is literally just to like go into Godot and just start chucking stuff at a wall and seeing what works. That's like the best way to learn anything really. But there's also a lot of other hobbies. Like writing is a good hobby. Drawing's a really good hobby. Like what we're gonna be doing hopefully today is a really good hobby. All that sort of stuff. You know, voltage, which tries to push electrons in a cable. If you give an end goal to that cable, for instance, a motor, back to the power source, the electrons will push on each other and power the motor from pushing the electrons very hard. Yeah. We're having a full-on lecture in chat right now. Never been able to get through an introductory programming class because they always there's always some function call from a library that is broken. I can't get past the lesson. That's where I find a lot of I think that some game stuff is always nice to learn, and I think like when I got into programming originally, when I took my first programming class, we learned basic. And the nice thing about basic is when we're talking about basic, basic is basic. Everything that you want to do in basic works. At least in the context of that we were working in. Like there's a very limited instruction set. So there's very few things that you can actually do with it. But you can get things the best way to start learning how to program is in an environment where you can directly see what you're doing, right? Like basic was nice because we got to draw things to a little window relatively easy. We got to move things around a lot, and it was nice because we got to see the direct actions of what we were actually doing. And then you move over into like stuff like Java or I guess yeah, Java's probably a pretty good place to work. I would say that if you were trying to learn programming, GD script in Godot is really, really nice because it's like Python, except it's very, very visual. You can actually like mess around with things, which is kind of cool. Like if you wanted to learn how to, like, if you wanted to learn programming, you could just like go in there and you can see how things are working like really, really easily. And you can fairly easily like write stuff in. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. It's Godot is a little bit rough though, because if you don't know the super basics, it can get a little bit rough. Unity is also a little bit rough because, well, you gotta learn like C# for a lot of that stuff, and that's also like it's not the most beginner friendly thing in the world. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll do like a programming instruction class or something like that online. I think that would be kind of cool. Oh god, we are actually having a full on electronics class in the chat. Hmm. Okay, I think the math might be a little bit rough. Getting into the math and stuff is a little bit rough. I think the nice thing about a lot of electronics stuff like that is if you're working with low voltage, so for instance like 5 volt or 3.3 volts electronics, you don't necessarily need to worry about like much, right? You really can just sort of plug stuff in together, and so long as this thing says 3.3 or this thing says 5 volts, it usually will just work, which is pretty cool. Because most computers will provide enough amperage or most USB plugs will provide enough amperage for any small projects to work, which is kind of cool. Motors is where you really run into some problems, but that's why that's a nice starting point, like small microcontrollers and stuff like that. Nerds. Nerd stuff is so much fun though. I love a lot of that stuff because a lot of things are relatively accessible. You can get into them really easily, but there's so much depth to it, right? Like if we're talking about electronics, you can get into electronics and there's a trillion different ways that you can go with it. Like for example, say like let me just come up with a problem real quick that I'd like to solve, right? Um, say I put an LED strip in my office and I want to be able to turn it on and off so that I have some cool like LED stuff. Well, cool. Do I want to have it connect to like Wi-Fi? Yeah, I want to have it connect to Wi-Fi. So let's put either like one of the two like Wi-Fi boards that I have, which is like an ESP32 or a Raspberry Pi Pico. Then I figure out like, okay, there's like two things that I'll probably need to plug in, and then I can get this whole thing working and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. And then you work on you find some other problems that you need solved, and you try to figure out how those problems work and things like that. And it's so much fun. I love that. I like keeping myself entertained with things like that because, well, I get bored very easily, so I just like learn a bunch of stuff, which is cool. I love learning how things work. Yeah. I do the same sort of thing. I learn by doing. I also have anxiety, which means I panic when I'm doing stuff. Yeah. I would say, and this isn't like, me saying, "Hey, go and do this." But if you wanted to learn like let's see. What's like a really easy thing to learn that's like, because it's been a while since I've gotten into things. I think the hardest thing about like recommending anything to anyone is the fact that it's been so long since I started like programming or computers, because I grew up on computers. So I had to learn how a lot of like this sort of stuff worked very early on. And it's hard to put myself in the shoes of someone who's starting out. But some of that stuff's like, oh, Scratch. Scratch is super useful. Scratch. I forgot about it. There's so many cool things you can do with Scratch. Oh, that's the thing that I started out with before even Basic. Scratch is really cool. It's super visual. If you learn by like examples and doing, highly recommended. It's the greatest thing ever. It's you literally just put these little things into each other, and it's like puzzle pieces. Things only fit where they function, but you learn programming concepts from it, and it works so well. It's so cool. You make little games and stuff like that in it, or you make like little cool things. Yeah. Well, the nice thing about Scratch is you can take every concept you use with Scratch and you can apply them to other programming languages, and you can apply them to other concepts and other problems. So like if you're lacking in like understanding how like if statements work, for example, then you go over to Scratch and you can see visually how an if statement works. And then you can apply that over into, okay, let me go and learn Python, for example. And then it works the same way. It's just you're taking the visual programming aspect out of it and you're moving it over into something that you actually need to type out yourself, which is really, really cool. It's very, very cool. Also, Chat GPT is like, oh, huh? Nothing was thrown. Nothing was thrown. What? Huh? Anyway, I'll stop my lecture. I tend to do that. I'll stop the lecture a little bit. Hmm. No stuff apparently. That's fun. I've never had a lot of trouble with programming concepts, but I don't know enough about how existing stuff works to be able to interact with anything. Hmm. Yeah, that's that's the hard thing is I guess moving over into like looking at documentation is a very difficult thing. Um tutorials kind of tutorials I say look at but understand when you need to stop looking at tutorials, right? Uh for me, that stuff, the way that I got myself out of that is to go to a bunch of tutorials, basically copy what they're doing in real time, work on that a couple times, and then eventually move to a point where I can do that stuff without watching a tutorial and trying to figure that stuff out without watching the tutorials. So, like, for example, way back in the day, I would go do Minecraft modding. I would do plugin development with Bucket at the time is the thing that was at the time. Spigot is the thing now. Or I guess Paper is also the thing. But I would go back, I would write some plugins for that. I originally watched some tutorials on how people made those, and then eventually I got to the point where I was like, okay, I think I have some of the foundational stuff for this, so I'm going to try to work it out on my own and do the same things on my own. That's sort of how I got out of that phase a little bit. But I was stuck in tutorial hell for a long time, so yeah. Yeah, that sort of transitionary stuff is pretty rough because a lot of a lot of tutorials nowadays sort of just chuck you back in the deep end with things. It's like you go from some relatively basic like fundamental stuff into like very advanced topics. I feel like there should be a lot of stuff that's the middle ground there, but it's rough. It's rough. Hmm. It's also very difficult to just brute force your way into things. Hmm. Well, anyway, I know very long, interesting conversation about like programming stuff and all that, and a lot of nerd shit. Um, but Yeah. If anyone genuinely has some like interesting problems, I might. Usually, what I've been interested in didn't even have any tutorials. Do you mind sharing? Because I'm interested. I'm a problem solver. I like finding unique problems to solve in programming stuff and figuring out how it works. So, hmm. It's like some of my original stuff that I was working on, some of my original problems that I found myself working on back in the early days when I was learning programming and learning how to work on stuff is I really wanted to start like an MMO styled Minecraft server, like an RPG styled Minecraft server. And there were so many problems to solve in that. It was super, super cool. Like I wanted to make a program to set the Windows desktop background, the latest image from Goes East. Oh yeah, that's some pretty complicated stuff. Um I don't know. Some of that would be, I would probably say, okay, Windows API is a kind of travesty to learn how to work with. There was a point where I was doing, yeah, APIs are sort of the stuff there. Because, let me see. Let me take a look real quick. You've gotten me interested. Image API. There doesn't seem to be a direct API for this, so it would probably have to be like a scraper, I guess. But, yeah. I wasn't able to find anything about how to change the desktop background. The Windows API is pretty annoying. Windows API change desktop background. Because a lot of stuff is not, like, super documented. Setting wallpaper with Windows API. Here we go. Yeah, I'll just accept all cookies real quick. As of Windows 8, there's now a published interface for setting the desktop background, specifically iDesktop background set wallpaper. That's kind of cool. But that'll require either see, interacting with Windows is a little bit fucky because you have to use like I think either C# or C++. So because you'll have to use like anything that'll interact with that properly. So, there's no API function for setting the wallpaper orientation. Interesting. Interesting. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is the point where like reading documentation is the big thing. It's unfortunately there's as far as tutorials go, there's a massive lack of tutorials on switching people over from tutorials to how to actually find stuff properly as well. Cuz like legitimately, how the fuck would you ever, if you don't know how to find this information, how the fuck would you ever find yourself on the Microsoft documentation for the Win32 API for iDesktop wallpaper set wallpaper method from shobjidl_core.h? And what the fuck would you ever, how the fuck would you ever learn the syntax of like monitor ID wallpaper from an LPCWSTR object? Like, how the fuck do you ever learn this stuff? The Windows API is actual black magic. Like, I get how some of it works because I've messed with it before a little bit, but ugh, get me away from it. I hate it. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're doing some C++ or C and you're having to like do WinMain and stuff, you get a little bit of the understanding of like, oh yeah, some of this shit is just like random letters in a string that you're just like, oh, I gotta Google this thing now. But getting to that point is a pain in the ass. It sucks. If you're ever struggling on that stuff, though, don't feel bad. A lot of the people that I graduated from college with a computer science degree with still had no idea how to Google this sort of stuff at the end. So it's just a thing. I've done C++, but I forgot quite a bit now. I only knew the basics. C++ it's a good language. There's a lot of other ways that you can do a lot of the things, so I find it a little bit niche. Like, if I want to make something, I usually go with, like, Node.js now, or Python, just because I know, like, Yeah, it's been a long time since I tried programming. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've actually like had to like code something fairly novel. I should challenge myself a little bit this upcoming year. I should programming a little bit. Like I have a degree in computer science, and like I've written a fair amount of stuff. And I know how a lot of stuff works in concepts, but I just need to challenge myself a little bit. So probably have to retake that programming class just to improve my GPA anyway. It's fun stuff. But yeah. What does that degree exactly mean, by the way? So having a degree in computer science means that it's sort of a general um, overarching thing on generally how computers work. So I did a lot of, well, the early classes are a lot of like Java and that sort of stuff. Later on, it goes into a lot more theoretical things. So like I took like how to develop my own operating system, and because like I wrote my own file system, which was fascinating. I did some assembly on the worst assembly platform known to man, the worst documented thing I've ever had to work on. I can't remember even what it was. It was a weird Texas Instruments prototyping board that we had to use, and the documentation was abysmal to try to find. But I did that, knowing how to think computer. Yeah, it's a lot of like theoretical things, a lot of stuff. So like we're getting a degree in like software engineering means that you know how to like how like software works, and you know how to the general concepts of like, because most programming languages work very similarly. So you know how to generally apply what you want to do to develop the software you want. With computer science, you just have a general idea of how computers function, how a lot of things work with it. And I think it's kind of more of a stepping stone for going into a more of a specialized career down the line. Like going to computer science to eventually get like an AI specialization or something like that down the road. Go on to like postgraduate degrees and stuff like that, and all that. Because a lot of the stuff I could see what they were doing in my degree. Because like I took an AI course, I know how like to make a neural network, and I know how to make it do stuff. My project for that class was making a uh, neural network that could like teach itself how to do some stuff, which was pretty cool. Um, so that was kind of cool. Uh, it's a lot of interesting things. It's just a very very big overarching thing. So I still really want to make an 8 or 16-bit breadboard computer. That would be really cool. That would be really really cool. Yeah, we did some basic like logic circuits and stuff in the other course, because when you take like software engineering, there was no branch over to the uh, they didn't have to take the lab for learning how like logic circuits work or any of the assembly stuff, because we were the computer science like curriculum was the one that did that, and it was a lot of like, here's how the really low level shit works. Like you want to go down to like and operations or like jump shit. God, I don't like assembly. That's the one area that I don't want to go into. If I need to get a job somewhere, I don't want to touch assembly. It doesn't jive with my brain at all. I don't like it. The last programming I did was for KOS and Kerbal Space Program. Ooh, very cool. Yeah, the last programming I did was for a game that might still like wind up being some stuff. I was working on a roguelike game last year, which was using like Quake-like movement, which was really really cool. I could probably show you guys actually. It was pretty neat, but none of those systems actually wound up working well together, so I dropped the project. It just didn't work. It was too broad of a thing, so it never went. It just sort of dropped it, but kind of cool. I'd love to try assembly. Still want to find out how the programming in quantum computing works. Yeah, that's magic. That's something that I'm like that's completely outside of my my area. I'm like, I don't even touch that at all. A good simple coding game is Human Resource Machine, for instance. Ooh. Oh no, actually, okay. Since then, I actually have worked a little bit on some emulator stuff. I have. It hasn't been since the assembly class. I have done. It's from the other direction though. I was working on writing a NES emulator a while ago, like a super low level one. Um, so that's the last assembly thing that I worked on. Yeah. Which was fun. There's so much documentation for that out there, by the way. Oh, it's so cool. I still want to do that at some point, but it's a bit more than that I was comfortable with at the time. But like a side project, really fun though. Really, really cool. A lot of interesting things. If you ever look at the inside of like a Game Boy Advanced CPU, it's like, oh, okay, this is like science. I make a lot of stuff for my own craft, but I did make something that other people could probably use. A script that runs the 400 byte starting capacity and creates a menu of buttons, lets you activate a chosen script in a designated folder. That's really cool. Should go to bed. It's 1 a.m. on month 1, day 1, hour 1. Yeah, it's probably a good time for that. Oh my god, it's 8 o'clock here. Jesus Christ. Oh, I probably should have done a little bit more drawing stuff when we had more people around, because I was going to do a little bit more. Okay, how's this? How about we move some of the art stuff to tomorrow when we have, like, more people around and stuff like that. And we talk about what emotes we want to have around when we have, I guess, more people. Because yeah, Pogs Alias. I'll remember it. I'll put it in my notes and stuff like that. And we'll move that to tomorrow. We'll move the drawing stuff to tomorrow. Just to, I don't want to have it when like there's like 3 people around. SIP, yes, SIP is going to exist. In fact, arts. Oh shit! Why is that like that? Hello? There we go. And then what? Look at that. How exactly does the modify an emote work exactly? It just puts like a little thing on it. You put like glasses and stuff on things and all that. Kind of cool. All right, we'll do one tonight. We'll do one. We will do one. I'll put this over here. We'll switch to the art category real quick. And we'll get the sip at least done. Yeah. Yeah. Let's put the glasses on. All right. Art. Art. Done. Yay! We're in the art category now. All right, so I'm messing around with this is Clip Studio Paint. So oh, I'm using EX. Why am I using EX? I don't want to use EX. That's fine, I guess. You make one blush. I'm asking for scientific research. Perhaps. Let's see. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Let's file new. Let's just do like 2000 by 2000s. And we'll come up here and we'll do list. Let's just do like emotes to draw. And we will we'll make a little thing down here, all right? We'll have a little bit of a chat to what sort of stuff we wanna draw for this little bit, all right? Put myself over here and we'll have some fun with this, all right? So we're actually gonna do a sip emote. Sip. We'll do a little like We'll do a little bit of one of these things. Do a little bit of one of those. Nice. Cool. A little bit of a sip emote going on. I want to do a little bit of a pog emote too. Didn't get very far into programming, but doing a little programming with rocket guidance introduced me to a few interesting concepts, like quaternion multiple. You went straight into quaternions? Jesus. Quaternions are hell. As someone who did a lot of graphics programming, fuck quaternions. Jesus Christ. You're prepared for like a ton of stuff with that. Quaternions are nuts. Do a little bit of a pog emote. There we go. I like that. I like that. So, all right. Let's take a look. Let's have a little bit of a look. I need to open up viewer rewards, emotes. I want to open this up real fast. So, it should be an extremely judgmental one. What should we call that? What should we call that? Block wasn't acceptable. Had to go there. Oh God, and immediately into. I suppose quaternions are at least more math than anything, so it's acceptable. But Jesus Christ, quaternions suck. So, fun fact for anybody who doesn't know about like 3D math, by the way, I'm gonna give you a brief example on how games work. Here's an example, all right? So how games work, and at least this is how I understand it. It's been a while since I've done it, but you've got a couple things, right? So you've got like here's your little like object thing over here, right? Your little dude over here, right? This is your object, right? And you got your little camera, right? So essentially, everything is fucked all the time. Everything sucks ass to work with because your camera is always at 0, 0, 0. And what you do is for everything out here, you multiply every single object by what is called a model view projection matrix. Now, don't leave because I'm just gonna go over this for like 2 seconds. So everything in your game is multiplied by a shit ton of math, and this is that you never really fuck with this. I can't. There's one of these which you don't fuck with. I think it's the projection one, but this is essentially your camera's position, and this is your model position. And if you're ever making something on your own, it's a gigantic pain in the ass to get a bunch of this shit working properly. Because if you're not working with a game engine, a lot of this shit just breaks all the time. Especially because, like, fucking everything is like 80 different levels of math. I love working with it, but I also hate it at the same time. And, you know, I also don't really know what I'm talking about a whole lot, but it's a lot of math. And it sucks. So, God, quaternions are a pain in the ass as well. The fuck quaternions. For anybody who took calculus, a matrix, by the way, is like it's like a 4x4 matrix, which means you've got like this structure. You got this thing, right? So you got this. And whenever you multiply these, you like rotate one of these. So if you want to multiply one of these together, you like rotate them into each other to multiply them. God, it sucks. I hate them so much. It's so much math. And like all the stuff to get everything working is all these gigantic things, and there's a if you're ever doing anything in stuff, there's all sorts of libraries to get all this to work though, which is really really nice. But you know, sometimes you'll run into like an API which doesn't properly work between different things and it handles all this differently. Like I used to use GLM, which didn't work properly with this other thing that I was doing because it did stuff differently and it had data structures that were different. So you got to adapt things between. I hate programming sometimes. It's so much fun, but I hate it sometimes. It sucks sometimes. But it's been a couple of years since I've had to do that, so I am very glad that I don't have to do that. And I probably fucked up a lot of stuff in that explanation, but yeah. Math in painting, yeah. Honestly, anytime you look out there and you see like a person doing like game engine programming and stuff like that, they're just a god. It's so much stuff. It's so much stuff. Anyway, unit quaternions are great IMO. Non-unit quaternions, you've lost me there. I took Calc 2 a couple of years ago, and I took Calc 1 even more years ago than that. So, yeah. I think quaternions were Calc 2, right? No, it was matrices that were Calc 2. Was that discrete? No, it wasn't discrete. God. See, if I had to use this stuff, I would probably recall it right now, but I don't have to use it right now, which I'm very glad for. The last time I had to use it, though, was when I was doing some really weird shit in Godot, and I was like, I'm going to do something which isn't a function. That was a mistake. Yeah. It was moving, it was like making my own like camera easing things so that I could do like some crazy shit on like moving a camera like this through a scene. For like cinematic cutscenes and stuff like that, and like I needed some quaternions for something related to that. Yeah, it's magic. That's what it is, Nightmare. It's just magic. It's a lot of math. It's a lot of math. Think, okay, if you took say like trigonometry, for example, where you deal with this sort of shit. Right? You deal with like, yes, you've got like width, height, and depth, right? Oh, depth, right? And then imagine that you want to like convert a bunch of this shit into other forms, and like you want to like, well, this isn't like a great example of that. Like, quaternions are magic. I'm not even gonna give a shit about that. Quaternions suck. It's yeah, like the distance of the points that a quaternion aims at, if that's one and it's a unit quaternion. Yeah. It's like a lot of this stuff is like if you want to extrapolate stuff. So say you've got like a 3D grid right here, right? And you want to like extrapolate information between a lot of different things. That's what, I don't know if quaternions is exactly for this, but that's the level of math you're at. It's like you want to know this dot is pointed this way and this dot is pointed this way, and you want to know the normalized vector of these two things between each other, and just a mathematical notation for a 3D plane and shape. Oh, okay, that makes things easy. You know, it's still pain in the ass. I don't like it. It's been a while since I've had to use it, and I don't like it. I want to avoid it from my brain. Also, I'm trying to figure out when you would have had to use that. I guess no, you had a lot of interesting things that you were talking about doing. So, man, math is nerd shit. I'm a live streamer right now. I can avoid that. When I go back into doing a lot of game development, though, I'm gonna have to refresh myself on how a lot of that stuff works. Because, yeah. Anyway, drawing. Emotes. Yay! Actually, I think that last problem that I was talking about is actually a relatively easy one. It's you want like this thing is pointing this way and this thing's pointing this way, and you wanted to get the vector between them. That's relatively easy. There's one thing in here. I forgot what it's called, but there's a thing in here which is like the I can't remember. Anyway. Calc 2 was a fever dream. I took it online, so it was like, ugh. Anyway, how many emote slots do I have actually available right now? Let's go back to sane stuff that I won't have nightmares about tonight. Also, for the reference, yeah, 2020 was a fever dream. Yeah. All right. So, here's what we have available right now. Let me just take a nice screenshot of this, all right? Take a nice screenshot of this. Let me open up a new thing. There we go. This is what we're working with over here, right? So we have a bunch of emotes. Now, for all of the sub emotes, I'm going to redo every single one of these, all right? 150 Discord. That's going to take a while to do those. That's going to take a while. Just for, you know, we have fucking 30 subs right now. You absolute mad lads. So I feel like I should be giving you guys good emotes on this sort of stuff. So we're going to be redoing these. Why does... Oh, because P. There we go. We're going to be redoing these. Re is probably... Just because it was such an early emote, I might move this down to be like a tier 2 emote or something. Just as like a... You know, it was an emote that existed before. I like it. Hey, I'm going to redo because that's like old as shit. And as well as hug, I'm going to redo that one. Let me get... There we go. I'm going to redo this one. I'm going to redo this one. Alert, I don't think I need to. Cult, I might give a facelift to, though. Just to make it look a little bit nicer because it's a little bit scuffed. I might also... I'm not sure if I want to move this into like a follower emote or something. I don't know. This was for the Cult of the Lamb stuff. So there will be more subs. We also have all of these. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I don't know how I'm going to handle 7 animated emotes. Also, we have 2 more bonus animated emotes. I don't know how I'm going to handle this. I have 9 animated emotes. That's a lot of animated emotes. Also, I have a couple people have the bits tiers. So I might move something into that. But I'm not really sure. I don't really want to take away the follower emotes at all. I was considering taking a couple, like the glance, I was considering moving that into a sub emote. Just to give the follower emotes some more like general use stuff. No, it's an Eyes Gold emote. Yeah! I might adjust it a little bit. I might move it around just a bit. But we got... So if we're getting rid of this one, we're getting rid of this one, we're getting rid of this one, and we're moving this one around. That gives us 6 emotes that I have to draw in here, as well as... Okay, no, 5 emotes because we're putting one more into here. 1K, 5K, and 10K are those. So here, I'll just do this real quick. I'm only really going to draw the one that is used right now, but there we go. I want to at least draw the 1K because that has access to it. There's 2 people who have this, so I want to at least draw this one. I want to at least draw that. Do I have any more that I want to do? We also have this. We also have these. All right. Here's every single one that we have like here right now. All right. Here's from the page. Okay. Here, I'll move this like here-ish. There we go. Okay. So for this, oh, P. There we go. I want to move. Glance is going to be a sub emote, I think. Oh, because I need to be up here. Let's get that there. There we are. Lance, we're gonna move to a sub emote. So that way we have some more general use follower emotes. So in total, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3. Okay, one. All right, we're gonna have 3 from up here, 3 from up here, 3 follower emotes. We're gonna have 5 sub, and I'm just gonna do 2 of the bits emotes for right now. No, we'll just do 1. We'll just do 1 because there's only 1 bits. So we have 9 to draw. All right, that's not bad. That's not bad. 9 emotes. Cool. We already have 2 over here that we can do. And 145 more. Not right now, at least. Not right now, at least. I don't even have nitro, so I can't even use a lot of those emotes. But I'll give you guys. The thing is, what I want to do with a lot of those is I'm gonna put a bunch of them on 7TV. After we get a bunch of the ones that we're gonna be doing here, I want to put a bunch up on 7TV, so that because I really like having just emotes available to use because I feel like they add a lot to the chat and stuff like that. They add expressiveness to a lot of like text messages, so I like them. So this guy using 3 emote slots for baguette. Yeah, I feel like I don't necessarily know if I want to sacrifice several emote slots for something like that. Maybe if we can't come up with some good ideas. Maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. Can I put a folder in here? There we go. Let's put all this into this folder. There we are. Oh, shit. Wait, let's bring that back over here. There we go. All right. All right. So, we got 2. Sip, Pog. What are some ones that I use quite a bit? I was thinking like a dead emote. Oh, wait, Pete. There we go. Like dead. And just having like a someone like that. Yeah, it has 15 emotes and probably some open slots. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. I kind of like the idea of that. I don't know. I think the slime aesthetic can. I'll have to be a little bit more like exaggerated with some of these because I don't want to just have a circle for right. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to just have a circle of everything. I like having emotes that have like stuff on them because it helps the like spot it in chat, right? Confused? Yeah, perfect. That'll be good. Yeah. Is there a something that we can do to make it more like typable though? How about instead of confused, what? Something like that? Nah, that might be a little bit. Ooh, popcorn could be good. Oh, I have an idea. Okay. Nom. And then we have like a slice of pizza or something like that. Yeah. Nom. Yeah. I kind of like that. I don't think what has much crossover into confused though. Oh, okay. I have a better one. I think I have a way to do this. Instead of confused, it's gonna be we can do uh oh oh, and then it's just like a little slimy boy with like a something like this. Or I guess a lot of my emotes are like angled this way, so we'd probably want to do something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I like it. All right. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Hmm. I feel like the glance one is a good disappointed. I feel like that's just a good general purpose one because I like having emotes, especially with so few ones. I like having emotes that are more general, right? Like something that you could just like use in a lot of different situations. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I do. I actually kind of like the idea of just like a popcorn emote. Like, I do like that. I've been thinking it over, Yoder, and I do think like a nom emote and a popcorn emote would be good. It would be something like this. We'll flesh these out a little bit more as well. Popcorn emotes from someone else and for inspiration. See, I don't like looking at other people's emotes because I have a feeling I'll copy too closely from someone's emotes. So before I look like at something else, I'll flesh it out a little bit more because you know, I don't want to plagiarize. That's something I don't want to do. Like how does a popcorn bag look? Is it like something like that? Maybe that'll be good. Nice, nice. All right, and we'll probably go over the amount of ones in here. Horizontal lines. Does that look better? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Like it. And we'll probably go over and just sort of like pin down a couple that we want to not do, or maybe flesh out for the future or something like that. If we ever, I don't know. Because I think these both could probably serve the same sort of purpose, and I like the popcorn one better. Plus, I never eat on stream right now, so this one, yeah. So we'll put a little big old little question mark over here, or we'll just write maybe lurk. Oh, I used to have a lurk emote. Or do we want to do like a something like that? I like the peeking up from the bottom one. Everyone has the peeking in from the side one, which is also adorable. But I like the peeking in from the bottom one. tired or sleepy emote. Yeah. That'd be big exaggerated yawn. Ah. I don't know how to draw a yawn. See the that could be a fun animated one. That could be a fun animated one. Just do like a little like little dude like bouncing around. Have him like, and then look over in the other direction, and then just like sort of do this sort of thing. That'd be good. How would you draw like Eepy? Hmm. That just looks. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. I have an idea. I have an idea for a different one as well. Bonk. Bonk emote. I like the idea of a bonk emote. I like it. We could make it an animated one. I like. All right. I might get a little bit too inspired by it, but let's see. Am I still subbed to? Yeah, I am. This is just. I fucking love this emote so much. It's so good. I'm gonna try not to be inspired by that too much, but it's just such a good. I don't know. I just don't want to be like. I don't want to plagiarize anybody. Is the thing that I'm worried about. Hmm. I, let me just try like a little bit of. Hmm. I feel like a pillow would make this a little bit better. Yeah, I like it. And then just like a little blankie. A little bit of a blanket. Kind of like that. Sorta. Oh, maybe that sort of steps a little bit too far into like a cozy. See, I think the thing that I probably want to do with a lot of these is I probably want to have like a prop, right? Like the question mark or like the popcorn or something. Otherwise, it's just it's just a circle with eyes and a mouth. That's all it is. The prop is good. So I kind of like this one because you got the little like shelf at the bottom and stuff. did Were you already subbed to Henya, or did you go over there and sub right now to get that emote? Anyway, it's such a good emote. I love it. Uh, hmm. EP look very cool. I like it. I like it. How many ideas do we have so far? I see. There's so many good ones. So many good ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're at 9, but yeah. Oh shit! I didn't realize that went well. Went together so well. We just get to work on these and come back later. Well, I'm not going to be working on these tonight. Probably, maybe. I don't know. We things are going pretty well. Like I'm going to be streaming every day next year, so I got plenty of time. No real big rush tonight. Plus, it lets us all sort of communally think it over and everything like that. And if we have a better idea or something like that, or someone has like some inspiration in the middle of the night, it's like, oh shit, we can do this thing. You gotta get the tea set. Let's see, do I have any other like funny? Let's see. Is this just me, or is chat a little cut? It is a little bit cut off. I can move it back over a little bit. This is the one that I didn't adjust when I swapped over to using the new chat because I hadn't been on this screen in a while. So let's fix that real quick. Where is oh god, where's chat? Oh god, I have so much stuff in there. It is. Well, we're gonna have some problems, all right? Let's there we go. Good. Yeah. There we go. Ugh. Yeah. I'd like to think of a couple more. Let's not talk in long sentences. I love talking in long sentences. I love drawing the conversation out. That's nice. It's good stuff, right? Also, the first couple that I draw on this might be a little bit funky because I gotta get used to this. This is actually okay. This I gotta say, I've been using Cliff Studio Paint for all of about 25 minutes, and it's actually pretty nice. I gotta say, I've been sort of messing around a little bit with some other programs a bit, but it's cozy. It's nice. You have your own 2-year emblem? Yeah, I do. I will perpetually have my own longest running emblem. It's going to be great. Every time something ever gets close to that, I'm going to be like, yes. Well, there's only one other person that has that. So, yeah. There's only one other person that has it. Oh. But I was also going to say we probably shouldn't do one today because I am out of water to drink as well. So we're not going to make it to exactly New Year's on today's stream, but we're going to start on these tomorrow and get them rolling. We're going to start on them tomorrow and get them rolling. Yep. And it'll be a fun stream, I think. We'll work out how exactly we want a lot of these to work, since I'm basically doing everything but 2 or 3 emotes. I'm basically redoing everything, so we can fiddle around with some of the colors a little bit and stuff as well, which will be fun, and all sorts of stuff. Healthy hydrate, though. I know. That's exactly why I'm like, I probably need to go get some food and go get some water and stuff like that at some point tonight. So, Yeah, we'll probably be on for another like 30-ish minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer. I'm not really sure, and then move around a little bit. I'm hoping that it should be like I don't know, 2 more weeks or something like that, where the bucket on head. Oh, I love the idea of that. Wait a second, like. I wonder if I can make this a little bit like squished. Like a. Oh. I need to adjust that one. P is a little bit rough to hit with one hand. I love it. That's great. That is so specific, but I love it. Let's see. How could I make this into a hide emote? Let's do. Oh, I got an idea. I got an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. It's a little bit more cartoony. It doesn't need to be an exact like cube or anything like that. Box. And then we're just sort of peeking out from the bottom. And then make it like non trademarked squiggly line. I like it. I like it a lot. Good suggestion. Excellent suggestion. I I actually really like that. Selection area. Perfect. Perfect box. And he says he isn't a cat. No, don't. Anyway, we could add a little. That's just a little funny. I actually kind of like that, just having a little like little cat tail coming out the back. I actually kind of like it with just the eyes. I was thinking about putting one of those like little cat faces on it, but I don't know if it necessarily needs that. At this point, we're just drawing funny slimes. I love it. I love it. I like the box one. That's the bit one. That's the bit one. That's the 1K bit one. That's what that one is. It's the box. Yeah, because then it's not like a super general one because we're a little bit limited on them right now. That's a very well rendered box, actually. Jesus Christ! Huzzah! All right, because now that goes in here. Yay! I'd actually be kind of fine doing away with alert or maybe moving it somewhere else, because I don't really see a good way that this is used. No one ever uses it. It's kind of just like the weird one here. I think it's much better saved for like a later time, or maybe moved to like somewhere else for a little while. I'd be fine drawing a different one to replace alert with. That's all I'm saying. Maybe making it a 7TV emote? I'm not really sure. We'll see. But I'm fine doing like one more extra one as well. And swapping that one out. Well, let's see. If I was gonna use an emote in chat, out of all of this, is there anything that I would want? Is there anything that I would want to use? What about okay? What about like a Monka S styled emote? Would you guys use that? Like something like this? One case, Jesus. I just looked over chat for a second. I was like, No, that's probably never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. I like this. Just have a little bit of shading up at the top here. Yeah. Yeah. I got a little bit of an S emote. And this will be like, this will actually be like a Zilly S, which is funny. Yeah, but that's like 7 times more than like the total followers I have. I don't even know if 1,000 people have ever even stepped in here. Okay. Curious question. What actually happens on Twitch if you gift more subs than people who have ever visited the channel? Right? What happens then? Does it just like give it to some random person who exists on Twitch? Like, hey, thanks for paying your taxes. So hey there, Cat's Away. Let me see if there's anything left in this bottle that I can down real fast. Delicious. There's a tiny amount. A smidgen of water. You know, they say you can last like 5 days or like 3 days without drinking any water before you like get dehydrated and die. I don't understand how you can go like 5 minutes without drinking any water. Jesus. All right. I like the S emote. Let's brainstorm a bit more, shall we? Thank you for paying your taxes. Much appreciated. Oh, you could do it twice today because the stream restarted. What about just like a... Let me zoom back in here. I don't really know how to zoom in with the pen. Oh, you beat me to it. I was literally just about to draw a panic emote. I was literally just about to draw a panic emote. What about like the wavy? Panic. Nah, I feel like for emotes, putting the actual full word in there is better. Makes it easier to remember. Not. No, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Anyway, let's see. What's another one? Oh, wait. Okay, I got a couple of ideas. All right, we're gonna just draw a couple. We're gonna go through some concepts real fast. We'll see if we like them. We'll see if we like them. If we don't like them, we have extras. We can go through. We can remove a couple. All right. How about happy? Happy, just like happy, just me smiling, just a little slime and smiling. He's gonna be very happy. Look at him. He's so happy. He's so happy that this emote that I just drew cannot contain his happiness. He must be happier. That is the case. So how about happy? That's no, I don't like it. I don't like it. We ran with the concept for a second. I went off the script for 2 seconds and I'm not happy with that. No, I'm not happy with that happy emote. What about like a Okay, if I'd made like a little bar here, all right? If I made like a little bar here. We're just gonna cook for a second, all right? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cook for a second. No, I don't like that. All right. I think we may have hit our wall a little bit. I think I may have hit my wall a little bit on ideas. Maybe. But hey, we have a bunch. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have more emotes than we can do stuff with. Yeah. Nice. Well, this probably out of here. We're not going to go with noms. We have 11. And I think dead may be a maybe. Pog, definitely. Sip, definitely. Huh, perhaps. Popcorn, I like the idea of that. Lurk, it's just a classic. EP, maybe. I like the idea of the S emote. The panic emote, maybe. I think the S emote can probably do with that. The box for the 1,000 bits, yep. Bonk, yep. I like that. All right, well, I think we'll... I want to take that in my nightmare fuel chamber. I know. That was terrifying for a moment there. I apologize for, showing that off in the public. It's just, no. No, it's not it. All right. Well, I think that's a good start. We can start drawing some tomorrow. We can cook for a little bit. It'll be nice. We can do some stuff. It'll be cool. And yeah. I think that's probably a good little thing there. Ugh. Let's see. Were there any more that were popped in the Discord real quick? I like the little popcorn one there. That's cute. Drawing stream, yeah. That's why I like this. I like doing drawing streams because that's just a nice creative outlet, which is nice. I like it. I like it. It's good stuff. I don't do much drawing. I want to get better at drawing is the thing. It's a really, really big thing. So, yeah. It'll be nice. Let's see. Was there anything else that was posted in the Remind Me section at all? Nope, nope, not at all. All right. Well, we're caught up on all that stuff. Very nice. Well, cool. Cool. I think I'll be popping back in tomorrow. We'll do a nice drawing stream. We'll probably start off with I think the ones we'll do tomorrow, we'll probably do Sip and Lurk tomorrow, probably, and more if we can. But that'll be kind of cool. And we'll also use it to kick off the new year, which will be kind of cool. That'll be really sick. So yeah, dude, I can't believe it's 2024 already. That's insanity to me. That's crazy to me. No, absolutely nuts. Well, I hope you're all ready to be absolutely sick of me after the 12 months, 365 days. Yep. You're gonna have a lot of me. We're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff. Gonna be pretty sick. Gonna be really, really cool. But yeah. Anyway, that is it for the drawing for now. I'll hang out for a bit longer, just to ring in the new year for a minute here. It's 2024. That's crazy. That's nuts. How has 2023 gone by this quickly? I want to make more. I want to make the most out of 2024. I want to do a lot. I want to do some cool stuff. It's gonna be nice. And yeah. Oh man. But Happy New Year, everybody. I know it hasn't hit that for a lot of the NA crowd, but Happy New Year. And I'll see you guys later. All right? See you guys in 2024. Have a good night. Sleep well. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy the eating. Enjoy the food. Enjoy all the stuff. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.